can you go, you see that man sitting by himself? Can you go get him and bring him over here?
In the brown.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jason. Yeah, Jason.
To get him to go to you?
Yeah, just tell him to come here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Bevan would love that you did. He always just hey, he's Scott whenever we go on the trip.
Don't leave me alone with the
Yes,
girls.
it was the greatest prize to trick him, and then he chose to do that because we did that quite a few times.
Oh, there were so many disappointed looks, and he's like, and then he'd come and say, he's like, stop saying he was coming.
Ah, but will be letting him back. Yeah. Yeah. So of course we all know that Bevan wasn't out. But you just say you met him in the house, exactly. And if you get in a chat with him about this and your interest, both own the yacht, both love all the show. Yeah, there's no lies.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, I can't help. Yeah, I just said that. I feel almost like we've both had quite a lot of the last few years. But I'll have to say hello to Jason.
Hello, how you going? That remembrance service there the other day, so we
Yeah, live. Yeah. No.
No, but you've said all this stuff.
Yeah. So it's gone from through the internet back to that, back to the
This is like Troy, a good friend of mine, Scott Wood, a good friend of mine.
yeah, well, I think it's
Michelle, he's a much my aunt Nancy is blown up and I want to spend more time with and I will. But it's very passionate. I'm 71 next year.
you're all about
So last week,
so they're all alive, but that's
I haven't eaten chicken yet. Yeah, and Bevan says his favourite thing in the world is that I morally tell people off that eating chicken while eating because he's like, you know, like everyone just thinks no, and he was like, but that's okay because those surgery is so yeah. And how's he?
yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, just life goes on, I guess. You know. Some work.
Well, I remember staying with your
I only started.
I swear we've got a little like
Like, it was beautiful. Like you
mysteriously saying, let it be what date.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling you on
I had my wife's 60th birthday in a marketing just really.
Oh yeah, same.
But moving to the shade, I'm really
We have a walking group.
yeah, so just like think up and then sit down.
This is what our journeys around the park.
I found
Before I was at the RSL,
so we're going to bring they're cleaning it up and I'll bring it over. And they're looking for microphones.
that's when I had 2 knees.
No, that's good. I think somewhere in the shade will be. Yeah. I'll sort it out though. Thank you very much. So no microphone stand, though.
Where's someone seeing you? He's the, I think that's Elvis. I think those people over there must I mean, I do.
You do?
Probably not.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
No, I can see people.
They're in love.
yes. We just thought we'd take the shade. But I'm just trying to hide from people. But this is my old boss and good friend Jason, and this is Katie and Bryony. So it was really, these two have flown from New Zealand. Yeah, forward, and we've known each other since we were quite young.
Young and debaucherous.
Yeah.
And
now
we're
we're
old
just
and
debaucherous. Yeah.
Now we have adult money.
Yeah, I know.
We're not spending priorities money.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually met Bryony at the Christchurch, and she became friends in the first 20 minutes of her trying to help me out with my kids, which was very cool. Yes, but of course that was many years ago. Yeah, does anyone know where my mum and dad is? Ah, my brother Scott's here. Scott! So make sure you and Troy fully know what's going on, and you can just stay and do this from this side, instead of sitting down, yeah?
No. Well, if you're, yeah.
Sorry,
Erin, yes, Erin is,
she's around the other side.
let's find her.
What the fuck, Sorry, swearing, it was a loud swear. I'm a youth worker, I'm sorry. My language is... I do. My language is underdeveloped.
Followed by or else.
Yeah. Basically. Sometimes I talk to people my own age and they look at me like,
Screen not working too well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine just annoys me because I look like
Wait, no, it says it there.
so I pick up their traits. And making funny noises. Yes, we've done it.
I'm so impressed with this. Nobody needs to come and get coffee, the takeaway, and have a little look as we explore the park. But I'd never seen it through the eyes of where it needs to be It actually is pretty, yeah.
We've done what you want. Like, I was standing over there just
Yeah, I
the
know,
vibe
that's
it
what I
gives.
did.
It's the vibe it gives.
Yeah.
And I had to fight my family for it not to be like, budget,
He would love this.
yeah, like they were like, why you don't
He would be like,
And I was like,
he would be mad again and get you to he'd be mad at you.
yeah, no, he'd love to hear it. You guys will hear more about it. It was very humble. I wasn't allowed to ever talk too much about his access. He was bragging, and bragging was something he didn't tolerate well.
I know, it always freaked me out, the parallel between like when we would hang out, it would be his house full of all this like shite, and then he comes out and he's, and I'm like, what is that?
You look so nice. Good. Yesterday we took him to the pub in his box, and I was there, like, there's one part of this club and laughing, and we were listening to his music, and I was like, and the only good thing about this is now I can force him to play because he was notoriously camera shy, and has made this person difficult because there's so many nice photos in the room and suddenly like, oh. But yeah, it is what it is.
I think I've got one photo.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, if you can go back and
Not that great.
oh, Andrew, this is Jason. This is a good friend of mine.
How are you?
We worked together for years. Oh, we've left his old army, just like around. This is actually his army when he was 18. Yeah. Oh,
Put it on the table.
could we possibly just throw the rubbish away? Is that an option? No, but just put it under the table, under his hat, under all the three things that are there.
So I might just gather everybody and ask them to take their seats.
Yeah, okay.
Minutes too,
Can
so
you
I'll
give
start
us?
on time.
Can you give me a minute to get my friends and just sit in the front so no one takes the side over? No, but no.
Most people come to a funeral and
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, because you got to wander around. Yeah, 2 minutes to restart. Hello. Alex, this is Brian, who you've met. This is Liz.
Yeah, probably.
This is Jason. I need to gather. Okay, where is Rebecca? Okay, so where is Mum and Dad? Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll go get the start the thing over
Well, if there's a whole lot of people out there who just went and come in. So, like,
Michael.
Yeah.
just go and say if they want to just start coming in.
We'll go to one phone. No, they said later.
everyone would like to take their seats.
Ooh, we like that.
It's a pink yeah. So we ended up getting one of that. Yeah, that thing is microphone and toilet.
Michael said he really wanted
If you play something.
In the box?
Sorry? Yeah, no, you're right.
appreciated as all of the need drinks, please make sure you grab one. So today, this service really is an opportunity. It's an opportunity, of course, for Bevan's family, particularly close friends, everyone who's gathered here. It's an opportunity to reflect on his life. This service is also an opportunity for us to celebrate Bevan's life, the way he lived his life, the things that he achieved along the way. And I think importantly to celebrate the way that his life has impacted your lives. And I know that there's a lot of thoughts and memories going around here in people's minds about your time with Bevan. It's an opportunity to celebrate those. And of course it's an opportunity for everyone who's gathered to say their final goodbye as everything happened very suddenly. So again, welcome on behalf of Bevan's family. And of course everyone's in a state of shock and disbelief that Bevan's life has ended at this time and so suddenly. And so of course today is also an opportunity to share your thoughts and memories, to share your grief, as well as your united strength together as we move past this thing. I would like to make a special mention today of Bevan's mother Shirley, who is here. Shirley has been a tower of strength, helping everyone else deal with their grief while they've been trying to comfort her. So thank you, Shirley. Everyone is really grateful to you. And of course, extended family who are feeling their loss today. Brian West, who is the Secretary of the Parramatta RSL Sub-Branch, is also here today, and he will share a tribute later in the service in honour of Bevan's service through the country. After speaking with Michael, who assisted me with preparing the service, it became clear to me that today we're mourning the loss of a strong and dependable man who really was dedicated to his family and, of course, to his friends. Bevan was quiet and friendly by nature, although he had a great sense of humour with lots of fun. He was kind and generous, and he would do whatever he could to help people, really characteristics that endeared him to others, and I'm sure testament to the amount of people that are here today. Bevan was very intelligent, and he was a high achiever. Really, whatever he had an interest in, he put his everything into. He was passionate about history. He loved cars and motorsport, and was a massive fan of the annual races at Bathurst, and that will come into the story in a moment. Bevan was enjoying his new life on the farm in Waterford West, south of Brisbane, where he had relocated in September last year. However, on the 8th of October, he was doing some work on the shed roof. Tragically, he fell, resulting in a broken back and severe head trauma. He was rushed to Princess Alexandra Hospital in Brisbane, where the medical staff were incredible, and I know that the family are very grateful to them for everything that they did. Sadly, Bevan passed away on Sunday the 12th of October at 5:30 p.m, just after the Bathurst races had finished, and he was aged just 51. We have a lot of people today who want to speak and take a moment just to reflect on Bevan's life, but also their relationships with him, and that's an important thing to do at an event like this. I'd like to firstly invite his brother-in-law Jamie, who will come up as well with Sister Donna, and they will do the eulogy on behalf of the family.
Bevan was my brother-in-law, but honestly, it was more one of the dreams in the young lady is God's father to our children. Standing here today, it's surreal to think when we're saying before, because Bevan was the kind of person who you just expected to always be around. Solid, dependable, and quiet and real. Bevan was born on the 2nd of March, 1974. Crown Street Women's Hospital, Coletta and Shirley Colvin. He was one of 4 siblings, Sean, Connor, Bevan and Grant. Bevan from an early age He was very quiet and a shy boy. Described by his mum Shirley as her little angel. His sad legs with a heavy lid in his hand, and Billy's absolute hero. Lee was a character full of quick wit, cheeky humour, and stories that made honestly true. So Devin, close to all this, I wasn't an inherited or humour. Shirley was a stay-at-home mum at the time, and she nurtured Devin's still made her a strong sense of family. Devin attended Kansas South Primary and Elmsford High School before earning a place at Wollongong University. True to his quiet strength and sense of duty, he joined the army, following in the footsteps of his grandfathers, one who had served as a light horseman, Erwin's father, and Leslie's father as a chocolate soldier in Coffee Wing. Devin didn't just serve, he thrived, rising through the ranks to become an officer. He was proud of his service and we were proud of him. After leaving the army, he joined PMS, where his talents didn't go unnoticed. He was selected by one of the world's leading road engineers to work as his research assistant on a famous design manual for the United States of America. A role that took him to Arizona State University, where he earned his master's degree in civil engineering. Not one to rest on his laurels, Devin returned to Australia and continued his search for learning. Eventually attaining his doctorate, he went on to work at Thornton Hogan for a several years as National Technical Manager. The role was perfectly suited to sharp on his skill here. Will miss his calm presence, his clever wit, and the way he could make you feel better, just while putting in the room. Devin was one of the good ones, and while today is filled with sadness, it's also filled with gratitude for having had a 10-year life. One of Devin's great loves in life was his 1965 H30 Holden Premium, his first car and his ticket to freedom. He bought it from his dad using the money he earned from his paper route and milk run. And from that moment on, it was more than just a car, it was part of him. Devin could never bring himself to sell it, and it still hasn't to this day. When he moved to America, the car was stored in a family friend shed, where it sat quietly for years. So one day he turned on working on the machine in his bike and wandered over to check on it. What we found wasn't pretty. Rats had made a home for himself and a few parts of the seriously torn into. I rang Devin straight and told him we can't leave here any longer, so we moved it to my place. And I started thinking a little while Devin was overseas. When Devin returned to Australia, we filled as strict as the hours and restored it together. We shared long laughs, long days, great memories, and he quickly became Ken Boyce's favourite car follow. Devin was also a keen recreational motorbike rider. Though his riding career was, let's say, memorable for all the wrong reasons. He's the only person I know who managed to wreck a motorcycle before he ever bought it. I never get seen him flying through the air, hanging onto the handlebars like Superman, before flipping the bike. It was a serious moment, but when we got to him, we couldn't stop laughing. Devin looked up, dusted himself off, and said, "Well, looks like I bought the bastard here." Begrudgingly he paid for the bike, but to my knowledge, only rode it one more time. Somehow he managed to flip it again. Another classic Devin moment happened at Aaron Gates' party. Held at his parents' house. It was getting late, the keg was running low, and the party was in full swing. A few local blokes getting home from the pub decided to invite themselves in, one of whom Devin wasn't exactly fond of from his days at school. Let's just say the welcome was short-lived. Devin promptly escorted the guy off the premises. Still a bit fly up afterwards, a few of us were standing around with his dad and uncle, and Les into the joker chimed in, "Look out fellas, he's trained to kill, army trained." From that day on, anytime we wanted to serve Bev up, we'd say, "Look out, he's trained to kill." And we always pretended it was him that actually said it, but it was him. to our kids, Bevan was always Uncle Bear. The bringer of great presents and the master of life and beauty. He had a special way of connecting with them, and they absolutely adored him. Bevan lived with Donna and me for about 5 years during that time, when we started our family. Our first son Lachlan was born, and Bevan and I had to learn how to change nappies without Tyreek. So we approached him like a couple of surgeons. One of us held the nappy bag, the other did the cleaner. It was a 2-minute job. We figured out that if we pulled our shirts over our noses, doused ourselves in eucalyptus, we could block out the smell. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked, and it was plenty of light. The kids always look forward to Christmases, birthdays, family, and sporting events, especially when Uncle Beth was around. I'll never forget when Bevan was sick with kidney stone. He still turned up to Jesse's green corner. He was so unwell he couldn't ski. So he sat on the fence for him. We sat with him. He showed exactly who Bevan was. Someone who showed up no matter what. So throughout me, and that was something I feel we'll never forget. The last few times we spent with them, we're truly special. I was there at his birthday for the young year, where we shared plenty of laughs. Mostly each other's expenses, just the way they like it. Another day we had on our boat around Seawater. And Bevan did the guided tour of all the spots before up on his drop. As usual, they ended up with half of the time to swim, whether we wanted to or not. Me running the boat into the water, which Bevan thought was hilarious. One of the final times we saw him, we went up to Brisbane, or just out of Brisbane, he was so proud of it, looking up street plans, current projects, with that familiar sparkling boy. He looked well, happy and content. He mentioned all the way to Hendry. Quite a few weeks ago, we spent a holiday up north, and the first thing we were doing was at something there. He picked one of the kids' hotel for lunch, place his up. But sadly, that was the day Ben had his accident, and we never got to enjoy that lunch together. Instead, we received the news that the Princess Alexandra Hospital, and we headed up there. The staff and doctors were incredible, and did everything humanly possible to help them. And one of the most touching gestures, they even arranged for other dogs to come to the hospital to say goodbye. Peppy and Louis. Through it all, I was focused on my kids, and nieces and nephews, carried themselves with strength, kindness, and compassion, qualities that Bevan has helped instill over the 90 years. Bevan passed away on Bathurst Day, one of our favourite days. And I can't help think that maybe he chose that day so he didn't forget. The Solomons came to Australia from Ireland, and I think it's fitting that I close this off with an Irish question.
May the rose rise to meet you, may the wind always meet your back. May the sunshine on, on your face, and the rain falls soft upon your streets. Until you get they are holding covered in sticks.
Thank you, Donna and Jane. We now have a long-time close friend from high school, Shannon Daniels, who's going to pay tribute, and that will be followed by a long-time friend, Liz Stevens.
My name is Shannon Daniels. With great pride and pleasure that I 25 years of mateship, many great memories of treasure. He was my first true mate. People would be looking down on me today saying, "Don't embarrass yourself, I can hear him now." Where do I start? Well, if you Google intelligence, you'll find a photo of there. If you Google common sense, you probably won't find a photo of there. Bevan was unique, he was loyal, he was caring, very, very intelligent, easygoing, genuine, and just a champion player. I first met Bevan in high school. We didn't hit it off as mates immediately. I soon learned how loyal Bevan was, and he always supported me. He was never judgmental. He was always open to listen. I realised quickly he was a mate I wanted to have long term. And our friendship grew from there. Bevan was the best man at my wedding 28 years ago. Bevan was the godfather to our firstborn Savannah, who's now 20. There's a couple of our grandchildren here, Bevan's good mates from high school, Jason and Michael. We shared many great nights at the local pub, drinking, laughing, playing the playthings, and just enjoying a good laugh as we watch people go past and take a mickey out of them as we laughed there after a few drinks. Until we just sit there and talk rubbish, and the night would go by, as good mates do. When asked to do this, I was thinking some of the special moments we had and the funny moments. A few years back, I tested our relationship. We went boating up the Georges River. Bevan was about to tie the boat up to a mooring, and we were going to fish there. As I got closer to the mooring, I thought I was going to hit the boat to the mooring. Bevan was on the front, so I put it in reverse. Over Bevan went, fully played, middle of winter, phone, wallet, the lot. But the true mate, he forgave me, and our friendship continued. Daniel and myself visited Bevan when he was in America, in Phoenix. He showed us around. He took us to every pub in Arizona. We had a blast. He really made our visit fantastic. When Bevan knew that I was collecting USA number plates from different states, he gave me an idea. We went to a large car park opposite his apartment with my double-sided screwdriver. And Bevan said basically, help yourself, fill your collection. Obviously these days we wouldn't go do that. And so we did, and we laughed like 10-year-olds, taking a few number plates off cars we liked. Bevan's always made a comment on my dress sense, took the mickey out of me. We had so many great times. I look back and our friendship, we were so opposite, but our friendship just worked. We heard today just how much Bevan he achieved. He did in such a short life. You'd be very humbled to see her here today. Still in shock. It was great sadness. We've lost such a great guy. Bevan was always one to answer the questions. My eldest always used to say, how does lightning start? How does the stars over this go? How did we say that question to Bevan? So sure enough, when Bevan came over, our teachers had a pile of questions to ask Bevan about science and the world, and he'd answer all of them. It was quite comical. Bevan was your man for all the answers. Certainly easy friendship, loyalty to him. Bevan, I miss you, mate. Just to have one more stop here would be great. Thank you, for letting me speak today. Thank you.
Just a reminder, as this comes the next water, that's what we're doing, and this is the next time out there, so please take care of yourself.
did know is once he came into my life, he stayed here. He actually lasted longer than Dan. Dan and Betty spent many years solving the mysteries of asphalt, rutting and bitumen from New Zealand, Australia and then on to the madness of the Middle East. They were both bloody good at what they did. Two young Antipodean blokes and going over the fixed roads that many others couldn't. Their engineering actually saved lives. I was going to tell a story, but I won't. I know Dan's here now, and I might get it wrong, but they did save lives over there. They were great at what they did, and they worked really well together. I can't remember first meeting Betty, as I say, but I do know that the friendship became strong and full of life. We shared a lot in common. Mostly we drank a lot, laughed even more, and found humour in almost everything. The magic of a good mate and a few bottles of wine. I believe once we became a close friend of Betty's, we stayed that way. What made Betty special, and I think many of you agree, was his genuine interest in people that he was connected to. He cared what really mattered. Family, friends, houses, renovations, travel, and of course, good with wine. For me, Betty valued who and what I was, and what really mattered to me. And that's a real gift in a world full of things and stuff. Betty's friendship was transitional. From three young adults that we were, who travelled, holidayed together, and to me, becoming a mother, and his friendship never wavered. He learned to love my new son, Alexander, our new son, and called him Spike. Don't know where that came from. He became a part-time fun and caring uncle to Spike. I hadn't seen Betty in a long time before his death, but his friendship has been always something that I've treasured deeply. Around the same time that Dan and I broke up, the pavement company, I think, disbanded, and without a word, all three of us went our separate ways. I regret that. I wish I'd got to Betty in a divorce settlement. Coming here today, I acknowledge my mate, and it should remind us all of how important it is to connect and reconnect, because we never know. And our last one, our last love will ever be together. Betty, I miss you, mate. You have walked with and sincerity, and you always have a place in my heart.
Thank you, Liz. Now a work colleague, Alvin Prasad, is going to pay tribute to Betty.
Thank you, Father Dan, for allowing me to just share a little part of heaven with you. So, in loving memory of Dr. Evan Williams Sullivan, an engineer, a mentor, and a visionary, may this serve as a living tribute to his memory, who left this world a better place. We gather together today to remember Dr. Evan Williams Sullivan, a brilliant mind whose contribution to the pavement engineering community laid foundations not only in infrastructure but in the lives of those who were privileged to know him. My name is Alvin Prasad, and I've been in Evan, as I like to be called him, Dr. Sullivan, has been an important part of my life for the past 20 so years. He's been a mentor and a confidant to my family and I throughout the years. He saw potential in me that I didn't even know existed, and believed in me when I doubted myself. We've shared a lot of time together, and he will truly remember a brilliant mind as well as his story. So, Dr. Sullivan was more than an expert in his field. He He was a mentor whose teaching shaped careers and inspired generations of Victorians. His insight into the science and art of pavement designs were matched only by his generosity to share it. Whether in the lab, the lecture hall, or over a coffee with colleagues, Devin's presence was a steady source of clarity, curiosity, and encouragement to us all. During his career, a significant amount of Devin's work and experience has been in forensic analysis of pavement performance, which he led to a greater understanding of the complex interactions and factors that will determine pavement performance, whether good or bad. Dr. Sullivan, his experience covered a full range of pavement types, whether the asphalt, graded pavements, full depth asphalt, concrete, sorry, I'm pouring something in. Asphalt pavements, concrete block pavements, and concrete pavements under all loading conditions, whether they be on the roads, or the hard stands, or the airfields, or the ports. His experience included not only design but also development of design procedures, such as the AFRA design guide reports and terminal pavements, and also the AFRA rehab guide reports and terminals, and the long life AFRA pavement design procedure. He was committed to innovation and continuous improvement, specialising in pavement technology, pavement structural designs and material designs and the characteristics of materials. And we love the forensic analysis on the Mr. CSI rules. Devin has led national research projects such as the Super Pave and the Liquid Air Distribution Implementation Project, and led the development of products such as GME, chrome rubber, recycled asphalt. So Devin, Dr. Sullivan, I should say, and he has led teams that have pioneered new materials and processes that have changed asphalt and pavement technology. Firstly, as a consultant, and then on the research role. Dr. Devin William Sullivan's personal statement is the following: I am privileged and excited to have been in a position to initiate and foster significant developments in asphalt and pavement technologies and trends, increasing reliability and lowering costs. I really like the spirit of his statement, saying that he felt privileged and excited, sets a tone of gratitude and enthusiasm, which is powerful. The way he wanted to advance asphalt and pavement technology shows pride in the institute, but also humility in acknowledging the opportunity. His statement is practical, visionary, and deeply human. Now, just a brief career of Devin. So Dr. Devin Sullivan started his career at PMS for pavement management services. He joined PMS directly from university, where he studied Bachelor of Engineering at Wollongong and passed his honours in 1996. He stayed with PMS for 12 years, starting as a graduate engineer and working up to a principal pavement engineer. At PMS, he served as project engineer for Transfield in the performance maintenance contracts, developed tender submissions for TNC in Western Australia, for the farm contractors, and the Transit New South Wales and Transit. Devin met Professor Dr. Vitsis from Arizona State University in 2001 to discuss some of his views. And immediately, Dr. Vitsis invited him to undertake his master's degree at Arizona State in the area of pavement design. Devin did all the laboratory testing for the design and master plans of the ASHTO design guide, which formed the basis for the 2003 pavement design guide. During his time at PMS, he established the most important event, the 1030 coffee break. So for some 20 years, the coffee bed, or some 20 years ago, the coffee bed would pull up outside the office, and without fail, Devin would be outside having a fresh and made coffee. At coffee time, many pastries were eaten. This time allowed many informal discussions about current events and many lessons of life, God, or as he would call him, the parrot, Alan Jones. He made me question everything and seek knowledge in the business. He's kind of down to the work started in 2009 as a pavement manager, where he was responsible for all things pavement. He's taking control of the asset management strategy, design and delivery of both asphalt and concrete pavements. The paving team, his first introduced to the two Jasons, Jason Jones and Jason Bell, who he formed a bond with. Both the Jasons became a true friend for him. Many nights riding his bikes and alcohol were consumed, and his mischievous wit and ability to make colleagues laugh shone. He brought levity and camaraderie to the workplace, reminding that engineering is about people as much as it's about teams. And those that were involved in his racing games know exactly what. Many site visits were undertaken on his long, lanky legs, his big strides made it hard for me to keep up. He always seemed to be in a hurry. It must have been his military background. He didn't share too much about his military background with his work colleagues, but I knew his time at the Royal Australian Engineers meant a lot to him. Occasionally he would mention how he built roads or repaired roads in remote locations, repaired bridges, airfields, or even field structures to keep troops safe. He joined Fulton Hogan in 2012. This allowed him to do more research into that. He achieved his PhD from Kirtland University of Technology in 2005, with his thesis titled Development of a Long Life Procedure for Australian Astral Pages. He didn't like to be called by the title of doctor, as he thought he was part of the, as he thought he wasn't part of the doctor society yet. Or he thought he couldn't accomplish enough to take on that title, but in time he learned to accept the title. I think he saw himself first and foremost as an engineer working on real world payment problems, not as an academic removed from the practice. He was a joker within the lab, with many pranks and stories shared amongst the lab. Many people have emphasised to me that David made their life easier. By building roads that last, by mentoring his patients, and by bringing laughter to the room, he eased burdens on colleagues, simplified complex problems, and reminded us all that engineering is more about people as much as it's about paper. As National Technical Manager of Fulton Hogan, Dr. Sullivan spearheaded groundbreaking research and development in national technology. His work on the super pave method for astral protection helped modernise Australia's modern design standards, replacing outdated equipment and improving quality control across the industry. He was instrumental in the development of a validating design procedure for long life astral pavements in Australia, a project that redefined how engineers approach being injured. Sorry, I might be boring some of you with this as well. But his work ensured more sustainable, cost-effective road infrastructure for generations to come. His excellence was recognised with numerous honours, including Industrial Leadership Award from the Australian Asphalt Paving Association in 2016. He was a Future Leaders Award recipient from Engineers Australia, and he received the National Academic Scholar from the United States National Academic Society. Evan understood the patience of engineering, like the bitumen drop experiment he set up in the lab some 10 years ago, or as we knew it as pizza. He set this experiment up to show that a substance that appears solid and brittle at room temperature is actually a slow-moving liquid. Evan poured heated bitumen into a funnel, allowed it to cool, and we've watched it drop every few months for the past 10 years. And when it did drop, we had a pizza to celebrate the occasion. More pizza was eaten in the summer months than in the winter months. Beyond his professional achievement, Bevan cherished life's quiet moments. He had a fondness for a glass of single malt whiskey, or as he would say, only give me the Irish one, not that Protestant shit. Not just for a drink for himself, but for a ritual of sharing. Glass raised in good company was for him a symbol of connection, reflection, and celebration. Beyond his technical knowledge, Bevan was known for his mischievous humour and playful spirit. He had a knack of breaking tension with a laugh, reminding us that joy and friendship are as important as the word mission. Bevan wasn't only brilliant in his professional life, he was wonderful with my children. When he spent time with kids, he brought the same energy and humour that made him such a joy to work with. He could turn serious conversations into playful banter, and he had a knack for making children feel seen and valued. Whether it was sharing a laugh, joining in their play, or simply listening. To him, he wasn't just an engineer, he was a friend who made them smile. I'd like to share two short videos. As you can see, Bevan was a fun and humble bloke that loved what he did. Equally at ease, many respected the boardroom as he was rolling around on the floor playing with my sister, whom we called Master William. Bevan once shared that his mother used to call him Master William. We also give thanks to God for the gift of Bevan's life. His talents were not only his own, but blessings he shared generously with others. As Scripture reminds us in Matthew 20, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into the joy of the Lord. Today we trust that Bevan rests in that joy. His earthly labours complete, his eternal joy secure. So to remember Dr. William, Bevan Williams Sullivan, I say, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Bevan's life was a blessing, his memory a treasure, and what we have once enjoyed, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes part of us. Bevan's legacy lives on in the roads we travel. The minds we shape, the communities we build. His work will continue to support the world beneath our feet. But it is his spirit, humble, brilliant, mischievous, sweet, and kindness that will be deeply missed. We honour Dr. Bevan William Sullivan, not just for what he did, or how he built us. Go well, mate. You'll be missed, but not forgotten.
Thank you, Alvin. I'd like to now read a couple of tributes. Firstly, from Jessica Armstrong, or her maiden name is Waygard. Jessica has written on behalf of the Waygards and the extended family in the US, who had a very close relationship with Bevan. In fact, he first met the family in Philadelphia, USA. He spent time with 4 generations of the entire family celebrating special occasions like a 60th in Germany, an amazing wedding in Philadelphia. He has visited them many times and they visited him here in Australia. COVID ruined multiple plans, but as soon as the world opened up, he was there with them again. Having Thanksgiving with them in America was a locked-in one-day plan, and Bevan was thankful he knew more. These are Jessica's words. We'll express how blessed we are that you came into our life, but also the profound loss we are feeling. Your friendship was one of the most special things in our life. We have had so many wonderful memories with you. We had the pleasure of travelling the world and experiencing once-in-a-lifetime moments together. Who would have ever thought we would have been able to meet in Oktoberfest from 2 different ends of the world? Little did you know that at the end of that trip, you would be heading back to Australia with an emotional support toad, only for the dogs to decide it was theirs a few moments after you walked through the doors. Our trip to Australia in 2017 was nothing short of amazing. Our favourite day may have been visiting Bondi Beach. We took a nice long hike along the cliffs, only to be chased out by the water, out of the water by the Portuguese man of war. We don't see those in the Jersey shore every day. We had the most amazing lunch that you cooked by the beach on the flat top grills. Little did you know that at the time you would inspire an entire blacktop movement in the US, starting with the expanding to our friends and family that never even travelled to Oz. You being at our wedding was one of the most special things we could have imagined. It was the best night and made so much better by you being there. I still laugh at me trying to wake you up for the after party, knowing you were supposed to be at the airport in 2 hours. It seemed like a good idea at the time. We will always treasure the time we got to spend together. The world was a much better place because you were in it. We are often reminded of the James Taylor song Fire and Rain when we think of you, because we always thought that we would see you again. We had so many grand plans that we promised to carry out in your memory. You have always been family to us. Some of our favourite times were FaceTiming for hours or just sitting around our table laughing, joking and making future plans. We were so blessed to have you for the years that we did, and that our children got to spend time with you. Our hearts are broken that you aren't with us any longer. It gives us some comfort that you are with your Buffy and our Lucy. Just know that this isn't goodbye. This isn't the end. This is so long until we see you again. We will always love you and miss you dearly. I'd like to now read a short tribute from Bevan's niece, Erin. And I understand that if Bevan hears nothing else from whatever is said today, it would be the words of his niece, Erin. Uncle Bev was one of those people who was able to make anyone laugh. He was always cracking jokes and making witty remarks that you couldn't not laugh. Bev always had this way of making things feel special. Christmas is one of them. It was never just Christmas when Bevan was around. It was always loud, funnier, and so much more memorable. Nothing could ever replace the fun we had and the way that he made everyone laugh effortlessly. Bev was always there when we needed him. No matter what was going on, he'd show up for us, for his family, like when Lachlan was in hospital and he was the only one who could see him. He was the best uncle anyone could ask for. Bev loved sitting with kids, with us kids, up like when he bought Jessie, sunglasses, then fixed them and decided he wanted to pick them for himself. Bev not only loved to tease us, but spend time and care for us. How he used to sit and watch Woody the Woodpecker with Ryan while he was a kid. Me and my brothers have so many fond memories of Bev. It's hard to speak about only a few memories, when our whole lives have been filled with his love. It's hard to imagine Christmas without Bev, but forever, we are forever thankful to have experienced many years with him. And you were the best uncle, and we're going to miss you. Thank you. I one final tribute before we have a photo tribute, and that is from Sean Borden. This is read for Sarah, Sean's partner, who's a close friend of hers.
I first met them many years ago. I must have been around 2015 after my partner Sarah, who had been in Devon's life for many years before her. Devon, Sarah, and a few other friends would come together for pub trivia that I once ran. We had a great time. Pub dinners led to regular dinners and house parties. Over time, we began to feel like family. We shared very similar and varied interests and always had a great time talking about the seemingly random but highly interconnected subjects. We went on bushwalks together. We had a great these stories has helped me work through this loss and appreciate the magnitude and impact that Devon has had on all of our lives.